Welcome class 7 student. In last session we were checking the properties of matter, and the first property we have already discussed. The property was regarding interparticular space. Now we will go to this second property. I am pointing mouse cursor here. Second property, particles of matter are always in random motion. As we know, there are atoms, there are molecules, and they are the basic parts of matter. Now they are in random motion, means they can fit into the bigger gaps, and they always keep moving. This can be understood by this activity number 7. Let us check what is written in this activity number 7. Now students, please pay attention. Take a cup of water, add a few drops of blue ink into it. What do you observe? We observe that ink slowly mixes uniformly in the water, making the whole solution blue. This is because water as well as ink particles are always in continuous motion. Due to the motion, the blue colored particle of the ink spreads all over and give blue color to the water. Now students, we can also see activity number 8, which is on the right hand side of the screen. Please check the cursor, yellow cursor. I am marking the cursor yellow so that it can attract your view. Take a glass tumbler, fill 3/4 of water and sprinkle some sawdust onto it. Observe it carefully. You will notice that sawdust move randomly on the surface of water. Now the question arises, why do these particles move? Because they possess kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is a form of energy. The kinetic energy increases with increase in temperature and decreases with decrease in temperature. Hence, movement of particle increases or decreases with change in temperature. Now we will cover the third point of properties of matter. Particles of matter attract each other. There exists a force of attraction between the particles of molecules of matter which holds them or binds them together. This is known as intermolecular force of attraction, and which can be understood by this activity number 9. Take a wooden block, try to break it by applying a force on it. The block does not break because the block is made up of particles which are not easy to separate. Now we will go to next page and see what is written here. Please pay attention to left hand side of your screen. Similarly, we can apply force on chalk piece, it breaks. Similarly, we can apply force on water and we see it breaks. Now, why wood was not broken and chalk and water broken? Because in water and in case of chalk, the intermolecular force of attraction was less, so a smaller force was efficiently applied to break them. But in order to break the wood, we need greater force. Now we have covered all the points of properties of matter. So in order to differentiate between states, students, interparticular force of attraction and intermolecular space defines the states of matter. As you can recall, we have studied this in class 6 and 5 also. There are 3 different states of matter. They are solid, liquid and gas. A solid has a definite shape and definite volume. The particles are very tightly bound in solid state. In liquid and in gaseous state, things are little bit different. In the right hand side of your screen, you can see wood, stone, diamond and gold. They all are solid state and their particles are closely packed. The gap or intermolecular space is very negligible. They can vibrate only about mean position. So solid are rigid, hard, and we are not able to compress them. On the other hand, a liquid has a definite volume but no definite shape. The particles in liquid are less tightly packed in comparison to solid, and that is why liquid can flow. Liquid can flow, so they are called fluids. Example of liquid: water, milk, oil, petrol. Now let us consider an experiment. Experiment is written here. Take a cup filled with water. Water acquires the shape of cup. Now pour this water into glass. We will see that glass is filled with water, and water is now in the shape of glass. We can fill the water into any mug, any bucket, any spoon, and we will see that water liquid takes the shape of container. We will go to next page. This figure 1.1. Here differentiate what I have said. Water filled in cup, glass and other things, it acquires the shape of container. Third stage of matter is gas. Gas has neither definite shape nor definite volume. The particles of gas are very far apart, and intermolecular force of attraction is very weak, and interparticle space or gap is very high. Now gas can be easily compressed and they can flow. Example of gas: hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Now we can also see this activity number 10, differentiating the property of gas. Take two gas jar, fill one with a reddish brown bromine vapor. Bromine is a gas which has a red brown color. Other container contains air. Now this is bromine, this is air. You please invert the colored jar over air wala jar. That is, please invert this color bromine jar onto this particular air jar. After that we will see the gases start to mix, and this mixed jar is now colorless. It means that gas can flow and they have very less intermolecular force of attraction. Students, we will go to next point. Here is a table which gives all the idea what we have discussed in this class and in class 6. Now let us see interconversion of states of matter. What actually interconversion of states of matter means? Interconversion of states of matter means solid, liquid and gas can be changed to one state to another state. It means solid can be changed to gas, solid can be changed to liquid, liquid can be changed to other two states. The change of state is mainly caused by change in temperature and by applying force. Now let us see what is written here. Change of state by changing the temperature. When temperature increases, solid changes into liquid and then to vapor. Just like that, when temperature decreases, the things goes in reverse direction. Now students, we will see this figure 1.2. It depicts the solid, liquid and gaseous model. You can see the solid model. The gaps are very less. In liquid, gaps are more. You can see the gap here. Follow the mouse cursor. And in gaseous state, the gap is very large. So this gap and force of attraction defines actually the states of matter. Now we will see an example. Water is a liquid under ordinary condition, but when it is kept in the refrigerator, it cools down and freezes to ice at 0 degrees C. And when water is heated to 100 degrees C, it changes to vapor state. In all of the three states, properties of water remains the same. Students, please remember, the property remains the same. Now, when a substance changes from solid to liquid or liquid to vapor state, heat energy is absorbed. But when vapor state changes to liquid or liquid to solid, same amount of heat energy is evolved. The net energy change is almost zero, because change of state does not change the chemical composition of any substance. Let us take another example of wax. When you ignite the candle, solid wax melts into liquid wax, which rises in the wick. Wick is made up of thread. The wax near the glowing wick melts and some part of molten wax trickles down and solidifies. Now the wax was initially in solid state, but later after burning and melting it comes down to liquid state. Second point, we will see the change of state is caused by changing the pressure. The state of substance can also be changed by applying pressure. For example, gases on increasing pressure changes into liquid form. Thus we can obtain liquid oxygen, liquid carbon dioxide, liquid cooking gas by applying the pressure. In our household, we can see the red color cylinder. The cooking gas sold in this gas cylinder are in form of liquid under very high pressure. These are called LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas. When the regulator valve is open, pressure is released and the LPG comes out in form of gas. So we can summarize these points in this figure. Solid by melting changes to liquid, liquid by evaporation changes to gas, gas condensation to liquid, and liquid by freezing it comes down to solid state. You can see the all change in matter taking place here. Students, we now come to the end of the chapter, and these points are main points of the chapter, and please go through this. We have also seen this chapter, and after this there are some exercise questions. Try to answer these questions or check in your book. I am stopping the video here so that you can write the question here, or you can pause the video, you can write the question in your copy. I will provide the question answer of these question answers in later session. I will upload PDF or any Word document. From that you can copy the answer and take help. Now students, I would like to request you to please go through both the videos many times, 2-3 times. Pause the video, rewind the video, check the video, and if you have any doubts or comments, please write in the comment box which is given in the video. So students, best of luck for class 7 chapter 1. Title of the chapter is matter, and if you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will surely address those questions. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.